I'm reading up on this, and I know the rule is a 2.61
Yep.
diameter is the limit. So, I'm just looking at it. I can't tell, but what it is, I mean, I'm not a scientist or a doctor. How do you know it's exactly 2.61, or how much is it? And
Yeah.
can you go in even further? And I mean, is there any concern that baseball's going to change the rules if this goes too well? I mean, it feels like there are a lot of guys using it. So, I think those complaints
Yeah.
about the Yankees are specious. I don't think they'll go fly, and I don't think there's an issue. But what do you think?
No, I think Bryson Stott said it really well with the Phillies yesterday in his interview, or 2 days ago, his interview, and he said players have seen this before. It's been out there. It just got magnified for the Yankees. But when you start talking about the 2.61, it's just at the biggest point. What we're talking about doing is expanding the barrel this way, not this way. We're not trying to make it bigger this way. We're trying to make it longer and take some of this
Uh,
extra wood down here and start shifting the barrel towards their hands. So Volpe, for instance, right? They showed that he hit more balls closer to the taper and had more contact here than he did towards the end of the bat. So now changing it for a guy like Anthony Volpe, moving some of the mass this way, you see the success he's having. The Yankees have studied all those at bats that he had last year and saw that he hit more balls here than he did here. And so by being able to move that mass this way, not make it bigger, just make it longer and take it from the end of the bat where you don't have success, that's what we're talking about.
Kurt, you talked about the value of having the data that shows exactly
Yep.
where on the bat you hit the ball most often.
Right.
Um, are swings and therefore bats like fingerprints, are all of these slightly different from like player A to player whatever? No two bats are exactly the same.
Pretty much. Yeah. And if you think about it, every day we wake up, we feel different. So do players. So there are some players that stay with the same bat every day in every game. But in theory, I mean, they study whoop bands now. They study other things that are out there. If you feel bad one day, you may need to swing a different bat. Right. And I think that's the one thing we're trying to show people. And I think that's what players are now talking about more, which is good for our industry, is you don't just have to be stuck in something just because it's always been done that way in the past. We always want people to ask the question is, why are we doing it that way? What can we do to give ourselves a chance. And, again, having success as a hitter is what we're trying to get out there right now.